tonight's a drill. You guys are going to do great. It's going to be outstanding. Let's flash forward 6 months from now, maybe 18 months, 2 years from now. You graduated DePaul, right? And you're doing good. I mean, you're doing really, really well. You're only 6 months into the job, and they want to send you to Scottsdale for training. Or they want to send you to Montreal to a big national conference. This is good. When they're investing the money in you like this is real good. So you fly out to Scottsdale, and in the morning, there's some training and some workshops. In the afternoon, some training and some workshops. And in the evening, you get an invitation to meet on the sunset deck for cocktails. Now you get to network. And folks from all over the organization are going to be on the sunset deck for cocktails. And you arrive. You went back to your room, you took a shower, you're crisp, you're clean, you've got a fresh outfit on, you're feeling fabulous, right? And you walk out there and you see a bunch of folks standing around, and hokey smokes, you're a stranger. And you start talking to folks, and you notice you're not the only one who feels self-conscious. A lot of people feel self-conscious. And you try to start up conversations with people, and it's like lifting. It's heavy. It's difficult. The conversations are brief. They don't seem to be going anywhere, but you know you're on a mission. You're there to network, and you're there to meet people. Yeah, so screaming cool. So it could look like that. There you are. It looks like Fort Lauderdale to me. Yachts going by, and there you see all kinds of folks of all kinds of ages. And who are you going to walk up to? Who are you going to talk to? Could you work your way through that crowd? Could you do this event right here? A little smokier, a little crowded. It's a nighttime event. Look at all the people packed in. Everybody's in business dress. It's loud. Can you hear it? You know? Working through the room. Well, how do you navigate through that stuff? Well, unless you're experienced, and it takes practice and experience. Give yourself some time. What the normal psychological thing that everybody does, it's called revert to type. Anytime you're in a new setting, you approach it with the same attitudes and skills and expectations that you've used before. And, you know, unless you've been to a lot of networking events in these, you know, adult business circumstances, you might be flashing to this right here. It's a new setting, new people. There's new rules that you don't know, so you revert to type. You remember something similar. Well, what would be similar? Well, to this, well, maybe a high school cafeteria. When's the last time you walked into a room, you're the new kid in school, and you go into the cafeteria? Awful. Just horrible. They're pretty crowded. Check this one out right here. Would you want to walk into that group? I realize you're cool and you're older now and you could probably do it, but flashback when you were in high school. Remember that? You see, what makes it particularly difficult is there's rules. You just can't sit anywhere. There's places for the athletes and places for the cool kids and the techno geeks and the artists, and everybody's got their place. And you don't have a place because you're the new kid, right? You're not allowed just to go in anywhere. The nice thing about business social networking is you can talk to anybody you want. It's about navigation. The rules are far more open. You don't have to be so concerned about approaching folks. Now, sure, you know, if they're in an animated conversation and they're really intensely talking, you don't want to interrupt. But for the most part, you can meet anybody that you want to, because other people are there to meet you too. It's all about networking. It's not about clicks and exclusivity and distancing people. It's totally different. But yet, you have to be careful because some of the vibes, you might kind of have other memories of other settings because there's music and they're serving some booze and people are dressed up and they're laughing a lot. You know, you might think that you're at a party. You know, you've been to parties and maybe you bring out your party self, you know. Yeah, one of these. You know, you've been there and you say, well, I can do that. You know, let's party. And one of the reasons you can tell when you're at a business social networking that you're not at a college party is because there's no drunken women. Now, I understand that this may be a familiar scene to you guys. To me, it's incredibly foreign. When I was at college at University of Florida, this is what it was like. This is the way it should be. Yeah, there's none of that guy's stuff at all. All righty. So, some more advice from you. This is a legacy from a DePaul MBA candidate just last spring. If you'd read this advice this gentleman gave you guys about networking. So it's not just about making a great first impression and charming the hell out of people. That evaporates. I mean, it's okay, it's good, fine, that's the first level. There's more to it than that.